Hey everyone, I received this Metallica Load Deluxe box set in the mail early before release date. The release date is June 13th. I took the tag off so I didn't release my personal information. And as you can see here on the sides of the box it's sent in, it's sealed with these stickers and it has the 1996 Metallica logo on it. So prior to that, it was a classic Metallica logo with the M and the A articulated with the sharp angles. But, I'm just going to try to open this here with one hand, so bear with me. In the meanwhile, I'll entertain you. Here's some controversial information. I love this album, Load. I was 15, so it was 1996. Yeah, I was 15 when this album came out. And this was a formative Metallica album for me. I wasn't really privy to the controversy around the release of this album, but I was in high school at the time, and here we go. So here's the box set, sealed inside of this with this foam protecting it. Nice and shiny, brand new. So I took it out. Wasn't easy to do that with one hand, so sorry for the jarring transition, but here is the side of the box set with the Load typeface, 1996, the release date, embossed on the side, and there is the M Metallica logo I was talking about earlier. So here we go. I'm going to try to flip this over. Yeah, so there's the side. Oh, I'm looking on the back here. So this is their newish logo at the time, 96, with the Ninja Star M's. And let's take a look at this sticker. What number is this? 18,628. So out of 20,000. So that's actually a small amount. They, if my memory serves me right, they did 52,000 of the Black Album and 25,000 of Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets is really hard for me to track down aftermarket. So if you want to get one of these, you better get one, because if they're only producing 20,000, these will be hard to track down in a year or two, especially sealed. So let's flip this back over, open this up. All right, first thing is the remastered vinyl of Load. Flip it over here. Okay, so the exact same back, like the back of the jewel case. This is a picture. That's actually Kirk's dining room that they took that picture in, believe it or not. So in fact, open this up. It's a gatefold. So, okay, so the inside here, those are, like if you had the book with the CD booklet, these would have been the pages with all these photos. So set this aside. The next thing is this Loadapalooza 96 on vinyl. Live at Irvine Meadows and Amphitheater in California. Open this up. Okay, already it's a trifold. That's pretty cool. So there's Lars and Lemmy from Motorhead. Okay, and here's the rest of them. There's Jason and Kirk. Kirk with that labret piercing at the time. I'll stuff that back in so it doesn't get folded when I fold it back up. Here's the set list. So What, Creeping Death, Savage True, you got King Nothing, Until It Sleeps from the Bell Tolls, Nothing Else Matters, Enter Sandman. They don't close out the set list at the time with Enter Sandman. Okay, so this looks probably the digital download card. I'm not going to flip it over because I don't want anyone to take that from me, so you're not going to see the code on the back. Here is the Mama Said picture disc. It's a 7-inch. On it is Mama Said and Ain't My Bitch Live, probably from the same recording for the Loadapalooza. Move that out of the way. Next is looks like a cover of a Rolling Stone magazine, a photograph of it, and okay, this is a lyric book. It looks like. Open this up. Yep, handwritten lyrics. Probably wrote by James. My Bitch, Ain't My Bitch. So that was probably the working title at the time. These little doodles that James probably made. Yep. He's usually doodling. Believe that's Cure, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like Cure. 2x4. Written lyrics. Let's go to the next one. Jack, so the House of Jack built. Is this in order? Yeah, FOBD, so that's Until It Sleeps. FOBD was Fell on Black Days was the working title. Load, that's King Nothing. It was originally titled Load. So someone took the time to put this in order. So I appreciate that. That's a lot of work. To do this 20,000 times to put the lyric sheets in order. It's pretty funny. I wonder whose job that is. Moldy, that's a Hero of the Day, I believe. Yeah, Hero of the Day, that's the working title for Hero of the Day. I'll get a better look at these later, but I just wanted to show you a few of them. This is probably a poster. Yeah. Lollapalooza. Look who's on your Metallica, Ramones, Soundgarden. I don't usually hang these up, so that's just going to go back in the box set. Okay, so here's the book. I'll take a look at that later. I'll show you guys, but I took some time there. I just moved everything aside because I wanted a clear workspace because I'm a little OCD like that. So let's go through what else is in here. So first thing here, okay, Shadowcast. So these are going to be the riffs and outtakes. They were calling it the Shadowcast at the time. So disc 1 and 2, riffs, demos, session takes. Here's Shadowcast. Discs 3 and 4, session takes, rough takes. Shadowcast Disc 5 with Jason on it. Alternate mixes. This one has a track listing on the back. So Streamline there, that was Wasting My Hate. That's the working title for Wasting My Hate. There's In Sync, or the Backstreet Boys, Metallica. That's funny. This is 96, so that's predating. Wearing those white outfits like that, that's predating In Sync by a few years, I think. The boys are trendsetters. Here's the track listing. Next here we have the Escape from the Studio, 95. Track listing for that. 2x4 and Devil's Dance were on there, so that's 1995. So those were played early, obviously. Club shows and rehearsals. The track listing there as well. I'll just open this one up. It's a cool photo, maybe a rehearsal. Okay, cool patch. It's the Pusshead Yin and Yang logo at the time. Got a set of picks. That's interesting. There's a Yin and Yang logo as well. I'm never going to open those. I'll just put them back. Here's some tour laminates. Poor Touring Me, Europe, 96. And Poor Touring Me, North America, 96, 97. I'll take a better look at those later when I'm listening to the album. Look at the attention to detail. There's even a little slot there just to put those two tour laminates. So here's Load, here's the CD, the remastered CD. Okay, full picture, there's Lars with the eyeliner on. Okay, this looks like some DVDs now. It's Poor Swedish Me 96, live in Stockholm. There's a set list at the time. There's Devil's Dance again. Polar Beach Party. Okay, this was a concert they played in Tuktoyaktuk, Canada. So I think that's as far as a band has ever played a concert. That's so high up north that it's at the Arctic tree line where the trees stop growing. And to give you folks some perspective of how big Canada is, that's about 1,000 miles north of where Helsinki, Finland is located. So they went a long way up. There's a road that goes all the way up there. So I think that's as far north as you can take a tour. Studio shit and UK shenanigans. Yep, these are. There's a little set list there. Okay, so I believe this is the Rorschach cards. I'm probably not going to open this. This is probably going to stay in there I know you're supposed to look at these things and play with things, but I tend to try to baby things that I own. So poor touring me in 96, 97, the soundboard tapes. So that's pretty cool. So this is probably a lot like the Cunning Stunts set list, only that's from a different show. Or Norwegian Me, it's another concert. Seek and Destroy, Fight Fire with Fire, that's interesting. Okay, so there's on-air and TV appearances, so that's from the King Nothing video of them out in the snow. Pretty cool video if you've never seen it. Take a look. So I'm going to start putting some of these back, just so I can keep track of this stuff, because I'm going to look at all this stuff later. But this is pretty exciting. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's just, I believe there's even more in here than there was in the Blackout box set. But we're going to take a look at the book. So we'll get to that in a second. So here's the book. This was wrapped up originally. I took the plastic off of it. But let's flip through this booklet. So there's the Andre Serrano artwork. Front and center. 95, 96. So that's from the studio. Vocals, guitars, what they're working on. They usually check those off. Here's Bob Rock. Here's an essay from Bob Rock. Bunch of studio notes. Soundboard notes. Looks like a studio diagram here. So Bob Rock, he's very meticulous. Recording an album, he'll move a microphone a fraction of a centimeter just to get a better sound out of it. The sound he's looking for. Here's some more studio notes. Zach Harmon essay. Here's the King Nothing video shoot again. Lots of essays in here so far. One from Jason Newsted. This is going to be cool to read later. Love to hear his viewpoint on recording these albums. When I say these albums, I mean Load and Reload, because they were kind of recorded at the same time, but not really, over the course of 2 years. Bunch of pictures of the guys. Tons of pictures. It's cool to see this stuff. They keep everything, they'll keep a bar receipt. All curated. So here's Dan Nicolenko, I believe I'm pronouncing the name. He's the one that curated this whole thing to put this box set together. Lots of touring stuff, lots of photos. These were all sent in by fans. Oh, John Aerosmith was the Burning Man. If you saw a show or saw Cunning Stunts, he was the guy that was on fire. Be interesting to read that later. So just flip through this really quick. Here's everything that's included, all in one spot. Back cover is the same as the front cover. Close it up. There's a little Metallica logo there. Awesome.